What up? It's your boy Wall Street, and I'm back. Got some more positive vibes type of stuff that we're going to be talking about right now. But first and foremost, thank you very much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. The channel is nothing without the viewers, so hope you guys are enjoying the content. If there's something you guys want me to talk about, leave some comments down below, and I'll make sure to talk about it because I want to help you guys out, want to give you guys my perspective on certain things, and yeah, that's really it, man. Just want to connect. So what I want to tell you all today is stay calm, right? Because I think a lot of people tend to act out emotionally when something doesn't go their way or something goes not how they expected, right? So the reason why staying calm is really important is because you're always going to feel much more, of a certain emotion in the moment, right? And rather than having a knee-jerk reaction, what you need to do is think about what's happening, understand that, there's consequences to your actions. So if you act out in a certain way or you say something that you don't really mean, that's going to be, a mess that you're going to have to clean up, right? And that doesn't mean that you shouldn't hold back your feelings, right? That's not what I'm saying. But you need to understand the situation, the timing, what's going on around you, and just having situational awareness. That's really the most important thing. But the reason I say stay calm is because being calm is such a valuable trait, right? You see so many people in today's world making, mistakes and taking action that results in huge issues in their lives, right? A lot of people that wind up in jail or, wind up passing away, early in their lives is because they react to something emotionally, right? I've seen, stories and, videos and all that stuff about, dudes getting in fights over a girl when they're in high school and, things go left and then one of them doesn't make it home that night, and then the other dude winds up being in jail for the rest of his life. It's really important to understand that, when you're 15, 16, 17, 18 years old, whatever, if you're fighting with somebody over a girl, bro, let me tell you right now that girl's probably not worth it. That's the first thing. And it's not worth giving up your life or facing serious ramifications and consequences just because of a girl, right? There's plenty of women in the world, and there's plenty out there that you don't have to cause issues to your life for, right? That's just one example, right? There's plenty of times where you see guys get into fights or altercations surrounding issues in their family, surrounding issues with their friends, at work, whatever, right? I've seen a bunch of stuff like that where dudes get real mad, because the cops show up at their job or whatever, and then they turn something that could have been small into something ginormous, right? I feel I think I saw a video the other day, some dude got, arrested while he was at work, at McDonald's or, some fast food spot. And dude winds up throwing the fryers everywhere. He runs from the cops, all this stuff. And he went from probably just having a fine or something, and now he's going to go to jail. Right. Another great example is there was that dude that I think rushed the judge in the courtroom. There was that lady who was the judge, and this dude, I don't know what he was in court for, but I think whatever charges he had against him, it wasn't going to result in jail time. And then he attacked a judge, and I think he got sentenced to multiple decades in jail. So you have to understand, just because you feel emotional in the moment, you feel disrespected, you feel some type of way about something, you have to understand that one emotional decision can really affect the rest of your life, right? So it's something that I've had to learn, throughout my years too. I'm still a pretty emotional person, but I've learned to use my emotions and, react to my emotions in a different way. And the biggest thing is, not letting your emotions control you. You control your emotions. You have to control your emotions, because if you let your emotions control you, you will have no control over your life. Right. So, and again, like I said, this is something that I struggled with. Right. I went through, some stuff when I was a kid that, made me feel, depressed and sad. And, I had this persona about me when I would go out in public, like I had to be better than everybody. And, that usually resulted in me feeling like, oh, someone was showing me up or whatever. And I would get into, verbal altercations. I would, get into fights. There was just like stuff wasn't good. And I was letting my emotions control my actions, which should not be the case. So that's really the main message, guys. Like, if you have trouble, responding to things, and you feel like you respond to things emotionally, like, try to respond to things with logic and reason, right? You can still feel a certain way, but just make sure when you're in the moment, like, you understand what you're doing and how that's going to, affect the situation and affect what's going to happen after that situation. Because you don't want an emotional reaction to result in a huge issue for the rest of your life. Like that, it's not worth it. I can tell you that 110%. It's never worth it to respond that way, because you are letting your emotions take control of you. So that's all I got, guys. I hope this helps. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. And if you don't, leave some comments down below. If you do understand what I'm saying, also leave some comments. Maybe people can learn from, your guys' experience, and, we can help somebody avoid, issues in the future, and have them learn how to control their emotions and not let their emotions control them. So that's the message for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm gonna catch you guys later, man. I love you all. Stay up, stay blessed, stay safe, stay humble, handle business, stand on business. Peace out.